Hey, this is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and I'm bringing you guys a review of The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. This is going to be the 5th installment of the series, and without a doubt, it's going to be the best of the group. I did play through the last two Elder Scroll games, and I enjoyed both of them a great deal, and as with many others, we've waited patiently for this game's release for a few years now. When I picked this game up on its midnight release and I got home with it, I've never received so many messages and questions about a game from people on my PlayStation Network's friends list. And this game's been hyped for months in just about every major gaming magazine, most of which were closely following the development of this game leading up to its release. It did take me a couple weeks to get this review up because I figured most of you guys already knew how epic of a game this was going to be, and that it is, but let's just go ahead and get into the review anyways. A couple weeks prior to this game's release, I saw some of the best graphics I had seen on the PlayStation 3 and Battlefield 3, and I certainly wasn't expecting it to get outdone so quickly by another game and also so convincingly. The graphics in this game will take your breath away as you travel through the game's many locations. It's truly impressive the amount of detail in just the smallest of things, such as a ripple in the water as some wildlife runs from you, the particle effects and the magic spells, the amount of items actually littered across every area, just begging you to explore just a little bit more before turning the game off. There's been so many times I've stopped what I was doing just to soak in the environment on this game and just appreciate the amount of time it took them to build such an epic world to play in. With all that said, the game does have a couple major flaws in the graphic category. Number one, the frame rate does suffer from time to time, especially in the rain and snow, and it's very noticeable and it can be pretty choppy. Also, because of the huge scale of the game world, there are a lot of bugs and glitches that you're going to come across as well. It could be an NPC stuck in an object, or possibly an object that's stuck inside of something else. And I have gotten my character stuck in the mountains on a couple occasions as well. The same composer that did the music in the last game also did the music in this one as well. The music actually transitions pretty nicely from a peaceful melody when you're in town or just out in the wilderness to a heart-pounding pace once you actually enter combat. All the NPC characters you interact with in this game have spoken dialogue, all of which was really well done, and it's also very engaging to listen to and actually makes it worth your time to stop and talk to them, unlike the majority of other RPGs that put characters in towns just as fillers.
Hey! You talking to yourself again? Man, I worry about your sanity sometimes.
I don't want to spoil anything for those that haven't played this yet, but the story in this one is truly impressive. It will draw you in, and the chatter through every town you pass through will keep your attention at the main goals at hand. The side quests and just random things you can get into really give you the feeling that your actions are actually making a difference as you progress through the game. And depending on your actions in the world, some people in the game will love you for them and some others will hate you. You really couldn't ask for a better experience while playing through a role-playing game. According to Skyrim's wiki that shows the reviews from all the major companies, it scored nearly perfect all the way across the board. Add in the fact that the company has already announced they're working on a patch to fix the frame rate issues and several bugs that have cropped up in the game and the quests, and it's easy to see why this game has sold so well and will continue to do so for a long time to come. While some of the bugs and frame rate issues will annoy even the loyalist of Skyrim fans, it's not a big enough issue to not want to experience what this game has to offer. The biggest downside to the game, and a big reason why some people refuse to play it, is the fact that there's no online options whatsoever contained inside this game. It is strictly single player only. But given the amount of options you have and how to create your own experience inside of this game, the freedom to do almost anything you can think of, easy to use menus, and generally well designed quests, the non-online aspect that's missing will easily be forgotten once you sit down and get lost inside of this game. I would consider this a must-buy for anyone that enjoys single-player RPG style games and those that want games that they can really sink their teeth into. And yes, I do think it's a much better game than Dark Souls. This is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and I'll be bringing you guys more soon.